Hello everybody, 4-Star here, back at it again with the final week of the BFL, week 15. We are finally here to see the last few games of the season. Here, we got a lot of playoff scenarios coming up, but first we got the New York Jays traveling to Dallas to take on the Marshals for their final game of the season. We'll start here in the middle of the first quarter here. Ball at the 50-yard line. Pat Kane throws this one right to Corey Fitzgerald for a big first down to move the sticks. Here we go, 2nd and 10, and Keenan Preston would pull his way into the end zone for the first of many touchdowns today from the first team All-Pro running back here in Dallas. Here in the next drive here in the middle of the second quarter, Keenan Preston would show his legs once again and his lead blocking as he breaks one tackle to get past the 30. Once again, in the red zone, 1st and 10 here for Pat Kane. Play action fake here. Throws this one right to Tony Chrisman in the corner of the end zone for a beautiful touchdown near. Now taking the lead here, 14-3. But Jason Blake with a play action of his own near the red zone. Throws this one right to Vantress Strong for a big first down to put them in a goal-to-go situation. A few plays later, Jason Blake, he would get sacked there by LeBron Turner, the rookie. And they would make it a 2nd and a long goal here. Jason Blake dropping back the pass here, looking for somebody, rolls off to the left here. It's going to set his feet, throws it right to Will Adams for a beautifully thrown touchdown. What a dot there by Jason Blake. A couple drives later here for Blake. Rolling off to the right once again, tries to throw to Alexander, but Gilbert is there for the INT, and he will gift this ball back to Dallas. Nearing the end of the third quarter here, Kane would just give this one right to his workhorse, Keenan Preston, as he bulls the safety over to put them in a goal-to-go situation. Next play here, 1st and goal. Kane rolling off to the left here, finds his tight end Huey for yet another touchdown, his 2nd of the day for Pat Kane. So here on a crucial 4th down here for New York, Blake rolling off to the right here. He's going to take it himself and get the first down and a little bit more, as he gives New York a little bit of hope here to try to get their 3rd win of the season. Blake gets it into the red zone, and he gets a touchdown there from Vantress Strong. They're going to go for 2 here to try to make it a 3-point game here. Blake rolling off to the right, and he's going to take it off himself once again to get the 2-point conversion. So here with the 2-minute warning, Dallas needs a first down to end this game, basically, and Keenan Preston delivers as he gets over 100 yards once again, and really caps off his season with 15 rushing touchdowns today. A 3rd and 6 here, so New York wasted some timeouts, but they throw it to Clemens here and they get the first down. And the Dallas Marshals will escape on a high note here as they go 5-9 to end the season, and the New York Jays will go 2-12 to end their season. And that would be it for the Jays campaign. For our second matchup of the day, we got the Kansas City Scouts traveling to Oakland to face off against the Grizzlies in their final homecoming game. Luke McCoy and the Oakland Grizzlies get it started with him throwing this one right to Tariq Jammer for a big first down inside the 30. A few plays later here on this 3rd and goal, McCoy will give it to Jet Cornell, and he'll sneak it in for their first touchdown of the day. Austin Cole and the Scouts will try to retaliate here with a play action fake. Throws this one to a wide open Vasco Laurent, who dives into the end zone to catch the ball and get a beautiful touchdown near the tie the game. Here on the ensuing kickoff here, Tariq Jammer will get this one 2 yards deep out of the end zone here and get a great return as he passed the 50-yard line and gets hit outside of the 35. That would lead to a goal-to-go situation here for the Oakland Grizzlies, and Jed Cornell would just ease his way into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the day. Here on the next drive for Kansas City, Cole trying to throw it to Maynard here, but Mason just comes out of the way, swoops in, and gets a game-changing pick for Oakland. And then McCoy here on a 2nd down, having time in the pocket, throws this one right to Otis Dumas, the 3rd-year fullback, to get the reception and the touchdown for Oakland, and now trying to blow the doors wide open on this game, making it a 20-7 game. Cole would try to retaliate here after throwing the last pick, but this time throws yet another pick to the rookie, Lance Gilbert, and Gilbert would take this all the way back into the end zone for yet another touchdown resulting from an interception. This one is a 28-7 game, and the Grizzlies look primed for the playoffs here. And Austin Cole here getting pressured here as he throws this one just a Hail Mary right to Vasco Laurent, but he gets the catch and the 5-yard face mask to put them in scoring range. Here in the next following plays, throws this one right to Truman. Truman hasn't been getting the ball that much, but he gets it there and a touchdown there to make it a 14-point game. McCoy, just after the 2-minute warning here, throws a dot right to Sam Nelson, the veteran, and he'll take it into the end zone for yet another touchdown. That makes it 35 points here in this first half. But the Scouts not saying die just yet here. Austin Cole finds DJ Faison here. He gets the catch and then breaks a tackle. Dana Gaynor gets a crucial block to take him 53 yards into the end zone for a big touchdown. So the Scouts get the ball here in this second half here, and a 3rd and 8, a crucial 3rd down, and Cole gets sacked by Wilson. And you can tell Austin Cole is not happy with that one. He was formerly of the Oakland Grizzlies, and he would have to punt the ball away. They would get the ball back here, and then on the first down, Ryan Clark getting a big first down past the 40-yard line. So speeding up here to the midway point of the 4th quarter, Cole rolling off to the left here, trying to find somebody, squeezes that ball right to Dana Gaynor for a touchdown. And Kansas City is only down by 10, but can they hold on with their defense? Luke McCoy says no as he throws this one right to Fred Caldwell, formerly of the Carolina Kings, to get a first down. Another run here by Jed Cornell here as he shows his strength. He gets a first down there, and they would get near the goal line in a few more plays. 3rd and goal here, and Luke McCoy would get his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season, and he would get his 51st 51 touchdowns. That is a BFL record, everybody, as he breaks the record, which was formerly 43, destroys the record there, and ends up with a 45-28 win to cap off his amazing season. An MVP candidate for sure. All right, guys, so this one is an important one. The LA Gold come down to Orlando to take on the Knight Riders. If they win here and Atlanta loses in the season finale, they will make it to the playoffs. So here we go on the second play of the drive. The first passing play here for Nate Whitman. Tried to throw to Jeremy Holper, but Bobby Lowe was there, and he'll take this one easily back for about a 19-yard interception return for a touchdown. And Orlando Knight Riders roll easily here in the first quarter. So the Gold trying to reset here after the interception. Nate Whitman will throw this one right to Miller, his tight end, for the big first down. And then Whitman, a couple plays later, having a good steady pocket, throws this one right to John Clausen, and the rookie and the second team All-Pro tight end will make it into the end zone for a touchdown to tie the game. And Orlando's offense will finally get on the field. Kenny Harrison getting pressure, throws this one right to Patrick Parker deep down the field for a 45-yard gain. And then here at the 49-yard line, Jonathan Pritchard almost untouched for 20 yards, finally getting touched, but he breaks the tackle, and then he leaves everyone on the dust for a rushing touchdown, 49 yards all the way down to the end zone, and Orlando is rolling here, 14-7. The LA Gold here on a 3rd down and 6. Nate Whitman rolling off to the right, can't find anyone, tries to force it to Bynum, but he gets picked off again by Whitfield, his 2nd pick of the night. The rain stops here at the beginning of the 2nd quarter. Here in a 2nd and goal, and Jonathan Pritchard will run his way into the end zone once again, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day, and Orlando is up 21-7. Whitman and the Gold finally get near the red zone here as Whitman, having a clean pocket, throws this one right to Seth Bynum, his rookie sensation, and he gets the 1st and goal situation. Couple plays later, Sheldon Masson will get a wide open hole into the end zone to try to keep it competitive here, 21-14. 1st and 10 here for Kenny Harrison, and then Jonathan Pritchard gets the big grab and takes it past midfield. A couple plays later here on a 3rd and 5 situation, Harrison letting the play develop, gives it to Jayshawn Myers, and Jayshawn Myers will take this inside the red zone for a big first down. The Orlando Knight Riders offense is rolling here. 3rd and 10 here for Kenny Harrison, throws this one right to Travis Schultz, his rookie tight end, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown here. Now a 28-14 game here in Orlando. I believe the LA fans are shocked, but the Detroit fans got to be happy with this scenario. Nate Whitman gets pressured again and throws his 3rd pick of the night to Porter. 3 picks in 1 half. With 19 seconds here left in this first half, Patrick Parker would get the grab, and then the defender just flops, and he cannot get him. Patrick Parker will score, and that would be 35 points on the board for Orlando here in this first half. Orlando trying to end their season here on a good note. Orlando gets the ball here in the second half. Kenny Harrison with a play-action fake, but Mo Quinn is right there, and he gets the big sack to try to get a little bit of momentum here for LA so they can try to get back into this game. So here comes the impending punt return here by Bynum, but I guess the ball was still slippery here. Whitfield, along with an interception, gets a forced fumble and a fumble recovery here for Orlando. And Harrison and the Knight Riders would take full advantage of it, as a few plays later throws this one right to Travis Schultz for another touchdown. And that would basically end the LA Goals campaign right here. A lot of guys retiring from this roster, including the legendary Josh Schmidt. And the Knight Riders will end this one here 42-28 here. And now with Ohio getting a chance to try to make it to the playoffs. So for our final game of the episode, our second to last game of the season, the Denver Dynamo travel to Ohio to take on the Bulldogs here. And the scenario is now, if the Bulldogs win and the Atlanta Bullets lose, the Bulldogs will advance to the playoffs. Can they make it here and beat on one of the best teams of the league? So we start off here down in enemy territory. Ricky Bledsoe has a play action fake, throws it right to Carl Van Dyke to get them near the red zone here on one of their first drives of the game. Here on the very next play, Bledsoe would give this one right to Lamar Harrison, getting some beautiful block in there by Casper Perry, who was one of the first team All-Pro fullbacks. And he would get a touchdown here to start off the game here, 7-0. So here on the next drive, the Bulldogs trying to retaliate here. McPherson does a play action fake, rolling off to the left here. Can't find anyone, so he's going to go down the field, and he has nothing but green in front of him as he gets down inside the red zone at the 14-yard line. A couple plays later, they lose some yards here, but another play action fake and throws a dot right to Dakota Riley for a beautiful touchdown. An accurate pass there by McPherson, and they tie the game up here at 7. Second quarter here, 2nd and 10. Ricky Bledsoe with a shotgun throws this one right to Quandre Stevenson, and he gets a big grab as he puts it inside the 10. 1st and goal here. Bledsoe looking, throws it. He tries to get to Chris Barber, but he gets intercepted there by Murphy, and Murphy takes points off the board for Denver. Here on the 3rd and 2 for Ohio, McPherson tries to do a little play action play, but it was not fooled there by the defense, and they will get a sack. 1st and 10 here for Bledsoe, and he throws it deep to Quandre Stevenson once again, putting them in another goal-to-goal situation. This time 3rd and goal. Bledsoe looking for someone, and Lamar Harrison is wide open. He gets that grab, and that's a touchdown for Denver, now back up by 7. So on our first play here of the second half, Ohio gets the ball, throws this one right to Cayenne Bowman down midfield for the big first down. A few plays later, they get down to the goal line, throws this one right to Dakota Riley once again for his 2nd touchdown of the day. The Bulldogs tied the game up here, and this was a defensive one here as we go into the second half with only 28 points between both teams. So here in midway through the 3rd quarter, McPherson looking for someone. He gets hit on the throw, almost picked off there, but that wasn't even the concern. He was injured here, and enter the retiring Otto Anderson here. Otto Anderson, the 2-time ASFL MVP, and he would throw this one right to Dakota Riley for a big first down. He's been having a big day. Here on a 3rd down, Anderson looking for someone, but he's going to take the pressure and get sacked there by Jeffries. The first of many sacks by Jeffries. And you can tell Otto Anderson was very disappointed on that one. They would have to punt the ball away. Hand punched this ball, and the returner can't pick up the ball. So instead of the ball going out of bounds, it will be in Ohio's possession. And here on a 2nd down here at the beginning of the 4th quarter, Anderson having time in the pocket, throws this one right to Adam Hand. It would be pass interference, but it doesn't matter. That would be a touchdown for Ohio. And what a game here for Otto Anderson, retiring here on his last day, retiring here as an Ohio Bulldog. And he would get a big play there for a touchdown. And there we go. There's one of the many sacks here from Ricky Bledsoe by Sapp. But Sapp wasn't done yet as he sacks him in the end zone for a safety. And now the Ohio Bulldogs are up by 9 points here in this 4th quarter. And Anderson would try to look for somebody to get open, but Anderson would get sacked by Jeffries once again, and they would be forced to punt the ball here. A crucial 3rd down here. So far, they were 1 of 6 on 3rd down. Ricky Bledsoe would find Chris Barber, but Barber would go and break free as 21 just flopped there, and Chris Barber would take this one all the way into the end zone for a touchdown, as this game is not over yet. 66 yards all the way into the end zone. Here on a 4th and inches, Anderson's going to take the risk, throws it to Roberts for a big first down. and they would try to run off more of the clock here as they're trying to inch closer and closer to a win. Another third down situation here. 2-minute warning here, and Anderson just throws this off balance to Jean-Baptiste, and they would have to punt the ball away. Ricky Bledsoe here, comfortable in the pocket, getting some blockers here, but can't find anyone. Throws this one just away for it to be a 4th down. 4th and 3 here. One stop here, and the Bulldogs have a chance to go into the playoffs, but Harrison will get the dump off, and it will be a 1st down. Just a minute left here. 2nd down and 10. Throws this one right to Barber as they would get just in range to try to milk some clock, and Chris Barber with a 100-yard day, a 36-yard field goal attempt with no time left, and it is good. The Denver Dynamo get their 10th win of the season against the Ohio Bulldogs, and what a loss for the Bulldogs here, as they were so close for giving them a chance to go to the playoffs. And of course, Otto Anderson's final game after 10 years of service ends on a low note, but he has to be proud of himself after that one. What a game by the Ohio Bulldogs. And that is week 15 for you guys, but right before our season finale between the Kings and the Bullets for our standings so far, we got the Dynamo sitting here at 1st place at 10-4, the Revs sitting here at 2nd place at 10-4. The Kings having an opportunity to take 1st place if they get a win here in the next game, our season finale against the Bullets at 9-4. The Golden Owls sit in 4th place at 9-5 and will be taking on the Grizzlies here next week at 9-5 as well. The Cyclones here are at 8-6. The Dragons are at 8-6. The Bullets are 6-7, and they have an opportunity to win here and make it to the playoffs. If they win here, and they can take that 8th seed. If not, then the Demons will take the 8th seed at 6-8. Also at 6-8 are the Bulldogs and Gold, the Marshals, and the Knight Riders at 5-9, along with the Scouts, who are also at 5-9, and then the Jays sit here at a lowly 2-12. As you can see here from our stats, man, our guy Luke McCoy, he has broken all the records here. He has gotten our 1st team All-Pro, and he's looking like the MVP. We will be revealing that all the awards here in our next video after the season finale, our season recap and award show. But Luke McCoy is definitely the front runner for MVP. 47 touchdowns, 11 picks, 4,592 yards. Both yards and touchdowns are records here in the BFL. He beat Rob Griffin's record by 100 yards. Ricky Bledsoe right behind him though, 4,202 yards, 43 touchdowns, 8 INTs. An impressive season himself. Anthony Vale's right behind him. But with touchdowns, Rex Johnson, 39 touchdowns, only 9 picks and 3,600 yards, man. An amazing season from all these guys. D Singleton so far right now, 34 touchdowns, 13 INTs. Then if we go on the running portion, along with I believe Rashard Murphy, who got a 1,000-yard season, 13 rushing touchdowns. D Singleton has 12, which puts him at a total of 46 total touchdowns, and he can easily break the record of 50 total touchdowns made by Luke McCoy this year in this final game against the Kings. So let's see if he can do it. Going back to our rushing stats though, Keenan Preston, I believe he has 15 touchdowns, 1st team All-Pro as well, along with Tamarick Clay, who had 1,399 yards, almost a 1,400-yard season. An amazing go for him. Right behind him is Jonathan Pritchett in yards, 1,217 yards, 12 touchdowns. Tyrone Hastings, 3rd in rushing yards here. He was one of our first guys to ever hit 1,000 yards this season. He hit 1,176 yards and 12 TDs. Well deserved from him. And that's why he's going to the playoffs. Right behind him is his teammate, 2 spots down, his teammate Zeke Crawford, 13 rushing touchdowns, which means in total they have a total of 25 rushing touchdowns between the two. Incredible. What a great season for the Golden Owls after starting 1-13 last year to go 9-5 in the very next season due to a couple additions to the team. It's amazing. Corey Smith, the guy who had 25 touchdowns last season, he has 1,101 yards this season and 7 touchdowns, the same amount as Sheldon Massey, who has 10. Rashard Murphy, just under 1,100 yards. An amazing season from him. Lamar Walker got our 2nd team All-Pro. Lamar Harrison, 1,010 yards. just made it over, and Ryan Clark right below it, 992 yards and 8 touchdowns. Let's go to the receiving here, and this is our front runner for offensive player of the year, BB Cash. Man, what a legendary season. 78 receptions, 1,346 yards, 21 touchdowns, both records here in the BFL, yards and touchdowns here. 96 yards a game, unbelievable here. He had 9 drops. His longest play was 88 yards into the end zone for a touchdown. Absolutely incredible season from him, and you should be looking for him as offensive player of the year. Right behind him is the legendary Keith Manning, the 32-year-old, having a phenomenal season as well. 76 receptions, 1,149 yards, 13 touchdowns for him. And right behind him is Randall Bynum, guy who's trying to make it to the playoffs himself. 1,254 yards, 64 receptions, and 13 touchdowns. And if we go to the touchdowns here, Tariq Jammer was right behind BB Cash, if you can even call it that. 1,177 yards from the rookie, 16 touchdowns, and we can't forget about his 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns earlier this season, which puts him at 18 total, I believe. And just an incredible season for him. He made it to our, I believe he made it to our first team All-Pro as well, but we'll review that all at the end here. Another leaders for yards here, we got Quandre Stevenson, man, the slot receiver, 1,000 yard season for him, 11 touchdowns. Devontae Pritchard just over 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Chris Barber just over 1,000 yards as well. So 2,000 yard receivers for Denver here, and they quickly are becoming one of the best offensive threats in the league. A 10-win season for them. Another 1,000-yard guy from Miami, Matt Nash, 1,024 yards, 9 touchdowns. DeAndre Lane just not making it to 1,000 yards. He was just 45 yards away from having a 1,000-yard season, but he got 61 receptions and 11 touchdowns. A phenomenal season from him. Can't be disappointed. We talk about defense here. Tackle leader was Conrad Nystrom, 75 tackles here. The most tackles for loss was John Malone from the New York Jays. Most sacks, of course, Benjamin Dexter. He can be the first defensive player to get 10 sacks, over 10 sacks in a season here in the BFL's history. With 9, he's looking like he's going to be defensive rookie of the year. Right behind him is Sammy Hayes, who had 8 this year. Big hits leader was Stan Hall, big guy rookie. He had 6 big hits. Interceptions leader was Aaron Tucker, and then right below him is his teammate Todd Jordan. They were a threat on the corner in the safety position all season. Bobby Lowe had 6. Brandon Gill also had 6 this year. Right behind him is Travis Abrams. I believe the most touchdowns by a player. So the most touchdowns by a player was Marcus Sarah and Brad Emanuel. Marcus Sarah, I believe, got an interception return for a touchdown, along with a fumble return for a touchdown. And Brad Emanuel had 2 INTs for touchdowns this season. We did have a couple of safeties this year. Bryce Cannon, Nate Bundy, Bruce Hennings, and Tony Sapp at the end of the season here. A lot of guys getting some great plays. Forced fumbles leader was Roniel Reed from the Carolina Kings. I believe he won the season 4 defensive player of the year, if I'm mistaken. Tavian King, the rookie, 4 forced fumbles. Man, he is definitely going to be the future of this team. And then Brad Emanuel taking the pass deflections lead as well. 17 from him. Jamarcus Page, the rookie, 15 from him. Travis Abrams 14. Aaron Tucker and Austin Pleasant with 13. We're going to our kicking stats here now. We got Don Riddle, 26 out of 26 this season. His longest was 54, and he had 3 game-winning field goals here this season. He has our first team All-Pro for our kicker, and we got Dean Caldwell. He had the most attempts at 29, I believe, and he had 24 made attempts. The most long field goals here, I believe, from 50 plus was from Don Riddle. I might be mistaken here. It was from Jake Bartlakowski from the Dallas Marshals. So he got 5 out of 5 this season. Kalani Field 4 out of 5. Don Riddle with 4 out of 4, and he's definitely going to be one of our front runners for special teams player of the year. Going into the kick return, another favorite for special teams player of the year, Damian Kelly. Now, Damian Kelly, he got a kick return for a touchdown in overtime to seal the deal for the Carolina Kings, and en route to their 9 or 10 win season here this year. Amazing job from him. He's one of the special teams legends. He won special teams player of the year, I believe, in his first year, his rookie year, and he might get it again this year. So he might be our first 2-time player of the year when it comes to other records besides MVP. Bobby Lowe had 2. Tariq Jammer had 2. Tony Walker had 2. Tariq Jammer had 2 in one game. Lamar Nash had 2. Xavier Gonzalez with 2. Wilkins and Adams with 1. Chris Rose with 1. Grandma with 1, etc., etc. So thank you guys for another fantastic season of the BFL. I'm glad you kept up with all my recaps. It's been a whole year since basically we started this, and I've been going with it with a slow burn. Of course, I've been working and everything, and I've been adjusting to my life. But we've had an amazing season, but there's only one more game to go. The Carolina Kings versus the Atlanta Bullets here, and I will be coming back here with a recap of the season after that game, in the next video after that one. So please keep in tune, and we will see what the brackets look like when this game ends. This is going to be a big one. Season 6. This was such a great year for BFL football. I got to record mostly all the games this season, and I hope to do it next season as well when we add our expansion franchise. And I'm still trying to work on a team name and all the uniforms and stuff like that. But this has been a great series for me. I've enjoyed it a lot, and I enjoyed commentating over it and everything. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.